What's going on, guys? I don't know if this is working or not. Let's see. Yeah, cool. It looks like it's working. Not entirely sure why the chat is disabled. Let me see if I can figure this out. Can you guys hear me okay? All right, I'm not entirely sure why the chat is disabled. It would have been really fun to talk to you guys. The contest, we'll go ahead and draw that in a little bit. I got all the names ready for it. We'll draw it closer to 7:45. But what I figured was, since I'm going live, I'll go ahead and do some stuff around my grow tent. So I got my fig pops here. They're looking really good. There's a thermalito in that video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go ahead and cut this extra plastic on my fig pops. What I'm noticing is they're growing, the buds are coming out and swelling, but I'm having issues with slight mold. And I think it's just because it's really humid in my tent. I'm not getting airflow inside this plastic. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cut the surrounding top plastic off my fig pops. Just being very careful. Don't want to damage anything. Cool. Let me give you guys a close up. My hydrogen peroxide. All right. I don't know if you guys can see this. So it's rooting really well. I'm really happy with the way it's rooting. We had a bud here swell up and it fried on us. So hopefully that makes a comeback. But we got this one here. I don't know if the camera can catch it, but it has some slight mold fuzz on it. I want to go ahead and treat that. And I think cutting these top of my fig pops is just going to let the air circulate a lot better, so that mold will kind of slow down on me or hopefully go away. But I'm just going to take my hydrogen peroxide. I'm just going to squirt it like so. If you guys are watching and you don't want to follow along, I'll make the announcement for the contest winner at 7:45. I just thought it was pretty cool to do a live stream. I wish you could chat. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. My girls totally did. We actually just got back from sledding. It's been years since I went sledding. It was so much fun. The girls had a blast. They were a lot braver than I thought they were going to be. Okay, got another one cut off. I'll give you guys a close-up of this one. This one's Craven's Craven. Looks pretty good. Not a lot of root growth yet, but more top growth. I'm just gonna spray it. I don't see any mold. Here's one that's pretty bad. And I'll show you guys this one. Nope. Not really easy cutting this top off, or I'm just being a really gentle because I don't want to damage the leaves that are growing or the buds that are swelling. So bear with me, guys. Okay. This is a salib. It's not rooting too well yet, only a couple roots. But what I'm really concerned about is this mold that's going on up here. It had some leaves that had dropped. We have another leaf here, if you guys can see that. That's dried up and shriveled. I think this is going to be really good for the plants, is letting these top uh, get some air and breathe. For the people that are watching, the more and more that I do these cuttings, the more I believe that we don't really need to do them in darkness. I feel like having really intense light on them from the get-go gets them going. I know you'll get some top growth more than some root growth, but I think Mother Nature, or nature in general, likes to balance itself out. It will eventually develop roots. So if you're struggling to get your cuttings to root and you tried a lot of other things, what I suggest is maybe just giving it a good blast of sunlight. Get it in some light, really low. you don't have a high intensity lamps like I have, whatever to get these things to root. I actually didn't even really want to do, or what I should say is I was really scared to do this grow tent series just because fig cuttings you can't really control. I could do 100 of them and only get 50 of them to root. Do I look like I know what I'm doing? It's so tricky. Okay, here's another one. I got some root. I got some bud growing underneath the bag. I think I can always cut that and let that breathe eventually. But let's focus on this one. Starting to root. So after my whole trial and doing a lot of different ways to propagate figs, again, you guys saw my last video. I think the tree pots is the way to go. It's just like solo cups. And again, I'm really familiar with it. The only thing negative about those tree pots is I can't see the root system. And as you see the second half of the season go on, I really, this is like my strongest point. After it rooted, growing them into nice, healthy plants is where I think I'm the most knowledgeable about. It's not even really being knowledgeable. It's just a lot of care and love that goes into these plants. Look at that. That looks awesome. So we got some roots on our BBN here. Top looking really good. We'll just spray this one just in case. Here's a Cessac that's not doing so hot, but it is exploding with roots. Let me go ahead and take this top part off. So when I went to go pick up these cuttings that I'm giving away from our local grower, guys, I wish I could show you some pictures of what what big time sellers do. I mean, every room in this house was just covered with fig cuttings. Rooms you'd open, just foiled up, lamped up, craziness. And they really, and the mentality for those guys is just a numbers game. Plant 1,000 of them, hopefully get 800 of them, sell 800. I mean, they're not caring about the 200 that died. But it was really impressive. Sadly, there's a lot of secrets in the world of figs. He didn't want me to take video, and then I'll just respect it. I get it. He's competing with other growers. Once this is one's done, I'll go ahead and show you some other plants, guys. Okay. So for those that are just joining in, what I wanted to do was remove these top parts of my fig pops. What's happening is because I have such a high humidity, high temperature in there, it's just breeding ground for mold, and some of my fig pops were getting mold. So I wanted to open them up and spray them. Okay, this is the Sisak, one of the fig cuttings that I really wanted to propagate. You can see it's rooting really well. The top was growing, and then it got attacked by some mold, dropped its leaf. So you can see another leaf forming there. So that's why I went ahead and cut these open just to let them breathe. I'll put this away for now. I don't know if you saw that in camera, but that's one of these negatives to these fig pops. They're just hard to keep standing on their own. All right, let's show you something I'm really excited about, guys. So we got my white Madeira #1, a cutting that I've been really, probably if I had to pick two cuttings that I wanted to grow this whole year, it would be one of these, a white Madeira #1. So we got a nice big fat bud swelling up. Leaf is about to open up, but more importantly, we got roots. Hell yeah. So it's funny how these fig cuttings work is you got your prize and joy ones, the ones that you really want, and as soon as those pop and root, it's like so awesome. Let's see what else I can show you guys. All right, let's do this. Let's explore. Let's explore this bin for a little bit. Just wanted to make sure I was still live. So I don't know if that caught it, but let's go ahead and explore this bin here. This one here, this what is this? PR Ramada. Oh, this is for you. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. This hobby is so crazy. I'm getting excited about seeing roots. Uh, this one's for my homegirl, Ator. She grew me out a black Madeira, and this is the cutting that she wanted to me. She wanted me to grow for her, but we finally got roots. Hell yeah. So it's really important when I try to get some cuttings or plants to some friends. I really want them to be successful. So we got roots. I'm really happy. A good score. So again, this was the bin with the rice hull. I'm going to go ahead and bring this down here. So in the next video coming up, guys, we're going to do watering. It's probably going to be one of the best videos I ever do. It's probably the video that everyone's really wants to know is how to water properly. I sucked at gardening before fig cuttings, and fig cuttings just teaches you really fast how to water and how much to water and what to water. So I am so stoked about this one. But yeah, it's feeling light. It needs to be watered. So you'll probably see this in the next video of me watering this one. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Yep, we got some roots here. Not a lot, so I'm going to keep that one in here for a little bit longer. And what's really good is once these cups come out of this rice hull, I like to drop a newer one in there. So let me go ahead and do that. And one of the coolest things in having a grow tent is walking inside the grow tent. It's I don't know what it is. I love being inside my grow tent. So we have one here. What is this one? All right. So here is a campanary. I'm going to show it to you guys. This is a campanary. You can see some of my notes. X means there was a problem. And this, my note here is RP. This is one of the root plugs that we abandoned. And while there's no real roots yet, there is a bud starting to swell. So that is giving me some hope. And again, I wouldn't mind having a campanary in my collection. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drop this in the rice hull just to encourage it to stay nice and warm and toasty and hopefully root out for us. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, let me show you guys this. Oh my gosh. Wow. 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 I am so happy. Okay. All right, guys. So another campanary. So now if that root plug fails, I'm okay. But look at this root explosion in the rice hull. So in the video, I probably showed you this. It had the figlets, and I told you guys you probably should cut it, and I didn't. And for the longest time, I was watching it, and the leaves were having a really hard time forming. They were kind of deformed. And I mean, it's common sense, right? All of the energy was going into developing these figlets. But now that I cut them, it's starting to bud out more. And the leaves are actually have tripled in size. So, but yeah, look at that roots. I'm really happy with that one. So we're going to go ahead and take this one out of the rice hull, and then I'll drop in another one in there. But I even saved these figlets just to show you guys. And then now that I took the campanile out, I like to replace it with something. Here's another campanile. We'll go ahead and drop that in. So hopefully I get 2 more campanaries here, and then I can go ahead and give these guys away to you in another contest in the future. Yeah, we checked that one already. Here's a Negra de Agde. Am I the only one that can't pronounce fig names, or is that just everyone? Let's see. Here's a very important fig for us. It's a caprified fig. No roots showing too much yet. So let's leave that. Let's see this Ponte Trace. And nothing with the Ponte Trace yet. Okay. Pretty cool. The rice hull is pretty dried out here. I'm going to go ahead and hose it off. And let me see if I can show you guys how I do that. Okay. Okay. This might not go well on live stream, but any tip I can share with you guys. I like to keep a big bin just around my grow area. Let's see how I can do this without, let's move my laptop. All right, so I get this bin, and I like having my plants in Tupperwares or these storage bins. And then I got my pocket hose, silver bullet pocket hose. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on mist. Really worried about my laptop. Woohoo! And I just go ahead and lightly mist my plant. That was fun. And then all I do is I take it and I'll just drop it back in here. Pretty fun. Just a little tip. All right, for some reason, guys, I am not the neatest person but for some reason when I'm gardening, I like to be in have things clean. It's so weird. I'm really a messy person. All right, so that's so cool. Okay, I'm excited about that. Let's see what else I can show you guys. I don't think I have anything else to show you that's really fun. Man, I'm excited about that campanaria for those roots. All right, guys, this is all right, guys. This is the last of the fig cuttings that I'm going to be propagating. My boy Adam sent me some really special cuttings that he liked, so I'm going to go ahead and grow them out. We have an Azuro's Dark that he is saying that his strand is amazing. It's one of my favorite figs that I grow, so I'm going to go ahead and grow that. I got a different strand of red Lebanese Baca Valley. I'm going to grow that as well. And then he has unknown Mount Etna type and a bunch of other ones here. And he also sent me Black Sandar, which I already have. So hopefully I can grow this out and give it to one of you guys. But again, they're sitting in my Clonex Aloe Mix. Can't wait to be done with this and not worry about cuttings till next year. I don't really like cuttings, guys. I don't know. I don't know how people do 2,000, 500 cuttings at one time. All right, let's show you one of these plants that I am starting to water. Okay, this cup is light. It's a really good indication of a plant needing water. But again, having a solo cup really helps. This is another Chicago Hardy, a different one. But you can see how the leaves are starting to get dark green. They're really thin still. You can feel them, really delicate. A lot of this growth that's happening is because of the high humidity in the grow tent, more so than the roots. This is really dry. It's going to really need some watering. But next video, guys, is all about watering. I'm really excited to share everything I know about watering. But what you guys want to do to be really good gardeners, and what I learned in last year growing figs, is just the plant tells you so much. Like I can tell this plant is somewhat happy, but not really thriving yet. And you can see the leaves are yellow on the ends here. That's just telling me that this plant is missing some key nutrients. A lot of times when it colors like this, it has to do with micronutrients. So what we started to do was we dosed it with, we started watering it with rice water. And then what we do is we slowly add some additives like fish fertilizer, and like the smallest amount, super diluted. But the fish fertilizer has really great um, micronutrients in it. Behind me or over there, for the next episode, I'm actually brewing compost tea, and you guys are gonna see as soon as that compost tea hits my grow tent, it's just gonna, it's like a lighter fluid. It's just gonna, all these plants start to rage. So Watering was really hard for me, guys. Again, I'm not a really good gardener. I really struggled with it. I killed so many house plants. You can ask my wife. But I just finally figured it out how to water figs. So really happy with it. How much time do we have? 7:37. We'll go ahead and do the drawing in about 10 more minutes. But so let me go ahead and give you guys the 15 people. Thank you so much for the 15 people watching. I thought it was just going to be by myself, so I appreciate you guys. I really do love you guys. We'll do a sneak peek, and I'll water this plant for you guys. Okay, so I have rice water. Rice water is just pretty much, I'm Asian, right? We cook a lot of rice, especially in the holidays here. Everyone's over. We cook a lot of rice. When you have rice and you cook rice, you should clean it. And then once you clean that rice, you'll get rice water. And that's what this is. But also what I did was I put a dose of fish fertilizer in it. And then also what I added, guys, is something called a sapidin. Let me show you that. So I should work for this company because you guys should all buy this. This is J Plant Speaker Kua Yaha Extract Powder. It's a wetting agent. It is pretty much really high percentage of sapidin. I think it's like 60%. It's really good. But what sapidin is, it's pretty much what will make the water kind of soapy and bubble and foam up. And what a sapidin is really doing is when you water your plants, instead of it just running straight down to the bottom of the container or the pot, the sapidin, because it's foamy, now that your water is foamy, will come in and kind of slowly saturate the pot rather than just running down it. So that's what's in here. Rice water, fish fertilizer, and the sapidin. And you can see if I agitate it, how it starts to become frothy. Doesn't smell good. Doesn't smell rotten or anything, but I can smell the rice water. Okay. All right, sorry about that. I wasn't planning on watering, and I went upstairs to rinse off my syringe. Okay, here is my syringe. I didn't use one last year, but I'm definitely using one this year, just for the sake of this video, because I really want to show you guys how to water. And in this syringe, you'll have some metrics, and then you have half an ounce, 1.5 ounce, and 2 ounces. Having that as a guideline will help teach you how to water your cuttings. So these containers here are 20-ounce containers. Um, here's the whole episode for next week. You want to water your plants properly. You want to stay within 3 to 5% of the container size, and you want to keep it at that level. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and water this. It's a 20-ounce container. What we're going to do is we're not going to water it 2 ounces, but we're going to water it 1.5 ounces because it is really dry. So you just pull it up to the 1.5 mark. Got it. I'll bring this a little bit closer. Let me put this syringe down real fast and show you guys. So when I first started fig cuttings last year, what I would do was, hey, here's the roots. Let's go ahead and water this area so that the roots get the water, right? Well, I quickly changed my thinking, and what I do now is I water where I don't see roots. Two reasons. One, we're not saturating or drenching these roots with whatever you're feeding it with, but also what we're doing is we're starting to train these roots to go find the water source. And you'll start to see these roots start to go around towards this area here. So I'll go ahead and do that. So all I do is I just poke a little dam like so. Kind of hard holding it up the camera like this. And you can kind of see it run down. I don't know if you guys can see that in camera. What I'll do is I'll just tilt the cup also. I don't want all of the water to touch any of the stem. It's starting to drip on me, but okay. It's running down a little. It's not the end of the world, but I did go ahead and saturate that part. It's not heavy, but it's a lot heavier than it was. And you're so tempted right now to go, oh, it's so light. I could fill it up with more water, but don't. That is the number one mistake. Let your plants kind of dry out just a little bit. Make these roots really hungry to go find it. But yeah. All right, guys. 7:45. We'll go ahead and do the drawing here. We'll go ahead and start folding these names up. Again, the comments were disabled. If you guys that were watching, the 15, 14 people that were watching, if you guys can reach out to me and let me know if this was valuable for 45 minutes. I had a blast. It's kind of weird just talking to myself, more so than when I record, but oh, we have 19 people now. Okay. We'll go ahead and fold these names. I'll go ahead and send these cuttings out ASAP. Again, it's going to work just like last time. If I draw your name out, just go ahead and email me at basementfigs@gmail.com so I can go ahead and get your address and send it out to you guys. So but yeah, if you guys who are the 15 people that were kind of watching through the video, if you liked it, didn't like it, or anything, please feel free to contact me I really want to know the feedback on it because I had more fun than I thought, and maybe doing live stream here and there would be really fun for you guys. Maybe if I can get the chat to work and I can answer questions in front of you guys, that would help. Also, I know the millennial gardener just had his fig cutting um, sale go live. Did you guys buy some more figs? I'm just really lucky to have really good friends that um, just help me out. I highly suggest you guys out there try to find some local friends that do this hobby. It just makes this hobby more fun and more affordable because at any point we have seven, eight local guys that we kind of have a group chat. I can, if I want a plant, I can just type away and someone in my chat will donate one to me. In the same way, I'm growing a whole bunch of stuff for them too, but they know I'm also trying to give a lot of plants to you guys as well. So, okay, what's worse than pronouncing fig names is pronouncing YouTube tag names. Some of these names are so hard, but we'll get through it together. Ain't no thing. Man, had some really good results on live stream there. All right, so we have the names in this container. Again, it's going to be 3 winners. It's going to be 3 winners. We'll do a 4th one just in case winner, just like last time. So again, if I draw your name, I'll try to reach you in your comment section. If I mention your name, go ahead and email me at basementfigs@gmail.com. All right, guys. And the first pick goes to of course, the name I cannot pronounce. Okay. It's all the funky letters. I don't even know how to pronounce it or what language that those letters are from, but it's this person. Congratulations on the first pick. I was writing that name out. I'm like, I bet you it's going to be this guy. Okay. Second pick goes to John Gerardo. John, one of the original followers. I appreciate you so much, man. You know, you've been watching my videos since the get-go, so congratulations on the second pick. And then the third pick. Oh, my homegirl, Joan P. Third pick goes to Joan P. Congratulations. All right. And then our backup here. Our backup winner, just in case, goes to Nicole DiCara. Nicole DiCara. Just in case one of these people pass or don't claim a bundle, I'll go ahead and contact you. Okay. So since we're live streaming, we'll go ahead and try to do this. The first person that comments number 8 on this video, I'll go ahead and send a bundle out to. Comment the number 8 in the comment section below. First person to do that, I'll go ahead and send you a bundle for watching this live stream. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for watching. I'm Homer from Basement Figs, Elgin, Illinois. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all that good stuff. Love you. This was so much fun.